All right. Next few videos I'm gonna be doing is about those on the East Coast. Thoughts and prayers out to y'all. Condolences for your losses. And I just want people to remember, the way people were brought together after the 9/11 attacks, and how quickly we went back to just worrying about the next iPod or the next iPhone coming out or the next video game console, the newest movie, the newest shoes, and we once again became arrogant. Okay, um, but in times like that, people come together, and so here we are again, with this hurricane, and once again, people are, being concerned about their fellow man. Things shouldn't necessarily have to go wrong all the time in order for people to pull together. It's also good to pull together like that in good times. And I wanted to share this one passage from Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 3. It said, "Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better." Sometimes it seems like that's the only way that, us in America here, when our creature comforts are taken away and things get hard, and everybody gets sort of put on an equal footing, you know what I mean? And then everyone wants to come together, but as soon as everything's okay. And I mean, the people of Israel did that all through the Bible. They did all kinds of things, and then they got punished, and then they go back, they cry, they pray, they sacrifice and all that, and then they get back brought into the good graces, and then they go and all do it again. Same thing for the kings and all that. Um, you know, what happened on 9/11? What happened with Hurricane Katrina? What happened through, to our service members overseas? And now what's happened on the East Coast? How much more is it going to take before we, stop being so materialistic and, just everybody's just turning a blind eye and a deaf ear to what's going on around them when it's in your power to help each other or to just be neighborly, okay? How much more do we have to lose? Okay? And now here are things that are happening to people. It's not a bunch of black people in New Orleans. you know I didn't hear a lot of sorrow about that from a lot of really arrogant people, and mostly Caucasians. I'll just have to say it. And now, these things are happening here to affluent neighborhoods and poor neighborhoods alike. All right. And that takes me to Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 11 and 12. And it said, "I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in the evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them." Okay? So, now we know. I mean, we should have been known, but somehow, here in the States, maybe we've just got it too good. Maybe all the stuff that's happening now is a lesson into, to teach us a lesson in humility as a nation, all right? Where we become so clannish and everybody separates into the little social circles and look down on other people for having less or having more. Or, well, these people have master's degrees and these people don't, so they look down on them. Or these people have the new iPod and these people don't, so they look down on them. Or these people like to play Dungeons and Dragons and Glee Club, so the people on the football team look down on them. And all these other, it's all stupid. It's all vanity. The book of Ecclesiastes, it talks about that all day. It's all vanity. You know. So let's tone the vanity down a little bit. Or a lot. Because now we're being brought low, very low, in the eyes of the Most High, in the eyes of the rest of the world. No one's afraid of us anymore, militarily or anything. All right. Our currency is, toilet paper, and our nation is in turmoil. You know, they can't even get the resources together to help some people on the East Coast after a storm. But it happens, time and chance happen to them all. So, you know, I'm going to do another video about that separate from this because it's important. But this should show us that it can happen to any one of us at any time. So let's not get too comfortable in thinking that just because it's not happening to you is not your problem. It is your problem. So we need to start acting like it's our problem before it really becomes our problem. And what I mean by that is not having this you know, this attitude like, well, it's not my business or whatnot. And especially for the people up there in New Jersey and New York and Virginia and everybody else who's suffering, you know, now is the time for you all to really come together. The same way you New Yorkers came together during the 9/11 attacks is the same way y'all need to come together now and not forget. Do not forget what's happened. Because, what was it, 80 or 100 homes were destroyed in some affluent neighborhoods. A congressman, he lost his home and all that, you know. A lot of people lost their homes, rich and poor. You know what I mean? You know, 86 Chevys and 2012 Lexuses, all of them destroyed. It didn't matter what walk of life or what income bracket, you know. The Most High likes to show people, you know, that everything, you know, hey, it don't matter who you are, how much you make, where you are, what your position is. And so maybe we shouldn't be judging each other that same way. It's just a lesson to take from that, you know. It's really start, you know, and it's like I said in my last video, you know, sorrow makes the countenance, you know, that the sadness of the countenance makes the heart better. You know. So now it's time for all of us to start doing some soul searching. You know. Before we find ourselves in wherever we are in whatever state, and if something's happening, search our own, you know, our own hearts and things, and really look at how we really are. You know, are we just gonna turn our back on each other? You know, eat each other alive, or what?